Dos, tres, cuatro.
Here we go again. Here we go again. I know we've been live. I've been on for the last 30 seconds. But, yeah. Is this even called the 5 Talking Points show? You call it therapy way. But hello, but welcome back to the United Way for the 5 Talking Points for the Manchester United versus Newcastle United Carabao Cup game. Newcastle travelled to Old Trafford looking for revenge. We're not a strong team, and they beat us by 3-0. Almiron, Hall, and Willock. 3 good goals and also in Newcastle's defence, but there were goals that could have been better defended. I predicted a win, and I'm not surprised we lost. Obviously, I predicted a win. Like I said, do not be surprised if I predict a win for the Fulham game on the weekend. I don't think I am, to be honest, but you never know. I can change overnight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what way to take it. I don't know what way to take it because, half time yesterday, the fan base was going mental. Twitter was going mental. Hashtag Ten Hag Out was trending on my Twitter page, anyways, which I hate to see because I'm not Ten Hag Out, and I'm still not Ten Hag Out, regardless. But yeah, can someone tell me what the fuck is going on with Manchester United? I mean, I try to come on these shows and be some sort of happiness, but you know what? I'm tired. I'm upset, and it's only Manchester. I'm fine beside it, but if I don't think about Manchester United, I'm happy. But I have to talk about Manchester United now. But if you are new to the channel, please like, comment, and hit that big red subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts on the game. Even if you're a neutral, a Newcastle fan, or of course a Manchester United fan, or you just watched the game for the crack, by all means, let us know what you thought of the game. And let us know what you thought of Manchester United. I mean, I'll start off by saying Newcastle United deserved the win. I'm not going to sit here and say, the referee was shy, but I don't care because Newcastle we could have paid the referee yesterday, and Newcastle still would have beaten us because that's how Newcastle go. That's how they do when they're Eddie Howe, their new owners, the players that they brought in. They have players who play with passion, fight, leadership. They have a style of play. They're all together. They lost 5-0, I think, at the start of the season against Aston Villa. I'm sure many expected Newcastle to be kind of not be a bit poor this season, but they've gotten better, which is worrying because they're getting better every season. Newcastle, you look at international breaks, you expect your team to come back better. I expect my team to come back better. They don't. But you look at teams like Newcastle who just keep that flow going. They're consistent. They don't stop winning games. I said it, didn't I, in the preview? I said I expect us to win, but Newcastle are a threat and they can beat us by a lot of goals, and they did. And I was right, unfortunately, in that perspective. But no, listen, obviously we have Fulham next. I'm looking for Fulham at Craven Cottage, 12:30 Saturday. Yeah. Up early Saturday. That's not really early, it's 12:30, like, you know what I mean? But I just pray that we get the 3 points. I really, really do. Our next Premier League game, our next game at Old Trafford, in fact, is against Luton Town, a game that I'll be at. I picked the right game to go to, but I hope Luton don't turn up and beat us. I really, really don't. They can as well. That's what scares me. But hopefully, these next 2 games against Fulham and Copenhagen, we can kind of build a bit of confidence from that. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything different from Manchester United on Saturday or Wednesday. We'll probably play a bit better against Luton Town. That's because Luton Town. Down. Well, listen, enough of me talking. Let's jump into the stats anyways, just fairly quick like we always do. So, Manchester United had 13 shots to Newcastle United's 10. Manchester United had 2 shots on target to Newcastle United's 5. Possession is Manchester United 61.9% to Newcastle's 38.1%. Manchester United's XG was 0.71 to Newcastle's 1.04. Manchester United's aerial duels is 39.3% to Newcastle United's 60.7%. Manchester United made 532 passes to Newcastle United's 335. Manchester United had 7 shots off target to Newcastle United's 2 shots off target. Possession, yeah, alright, we had most of the ball in the second half, but Newcastle just had 1 counter-attack in that first half, and boom. You know what I mean? I said it in the watch. I'm going to keep the stats up but I did say in the watch line, I said it's Newcastle United. Every time they go forward, every time they get the ball, they're a threat. They look like they're going to do something with the ball, and that something was put the ball in the back of the net, which they done 3 times as well. And yeah, we were kind of hitting them in the second half. But Newcastle are a strong team defensively in the midfield. You know, they have big lads. So yeah, I mean, it was a it's still a weird game to process because I feel like I'm hungover. I really feel like I'm hungover. But yeah, I mean, listen, like I say, you can look at it in a lot of ways. We had more possession, yeah, right. We still had more of the ball in the second half, not the first half. In the second half, the XG is reasonably sound. I thought Newcastle would have had a higher XG, to be honest. Aerial duels, I mean, yeah. Shots on target, yeah. Shots off target, yeah. Passes, yeah. Everything is kind of spot on, in my opinion. But yeah, that's been the stats. Obviously, as we've seen, yes, stats don't matter. You've seen yesterday between West Ham and Newcastle, but Arsenal had better stats than Newcastle put 3 past them. So it's funny. I was actually sitting here slagging Arsenal, like, yeah, they're losing 3-0 before half time. I don't know. I don't think it was half time. Actually, I think it was the second half for them. I don't know. Yeah, my team conceded 3. I didn't even score 1. At least Arsenal scored 2. Ben White got on goal, and I don't know who scored 1 for Arsenal. But yeah, let's jump in to the 5 stats. So, midfield breakdown. Now, we've seen it in the first half, and even the second half when Newcastle got their third. You look at let's look at the 2 goals Newcastle United got in the first half. The one to Almiron, I still feel like Dallo should do better there. Maguire gets pulled out of position and all that. And I don't know where Lindelof is. I think Lindelof's back in Sweden, having a cup of tea. But I mean, I don't know. Like, it was poor. It was too open. When we had a midfield of Casemiro, Hannibal, and Mount. Now, I know some would say, well, Dean, where's the link up in that? Where's the chemistry in that? You're going with 2 attacking midfielders and 1 defensive midfielder. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But as a Manchester United fan, I wanted us to play Hannibal. I didn't want us to play Mount, but there you have it. He looked about 10 with this the shaved beard. I'm happy Garnacho started. Obviously, I didn't predict him to start, but I'm happy Garnacho started. I'm happy Reguilon obviously started. Casemiro started, but he's injured again, so God knows how long he'd be out for. honest, people, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. We seen this when Ollie was manager, didn't we? Before the end of his time as Manchester United manager. And I don't know what it is with Manchester United, but it's always around November, December, the start of the Christmas period. We sack managers. I remember watching I'm a Celebrity Get Out of Here last year when Ollie was manager. Oh, not last year, the year before last. When Ollie was manager, it was the Watford game. We lost 4-1 or something like that. He got sacked. I'm not watching that again because I don't want that night to get sacked. But the midfield was too open. You know, we were pulled out position. Newcastle United were so calm on the ball. The way I hate to admit it, but if I was a neutral watching that match yesterday, I would be looking at Newcastle saying the way they play football, wait, their second or almost third string team is magnificent. Imagine if they started Bruno Guimaraes. Imagine if Tonali wasn't in the suspension. Imagine they started Callum Wilson. Imagine they had a top three of Gordon, Wilson, and Almiron. Imagine they had a midfield of Longstaff, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton. Imagine they had a back four of Bourne, Scar, Botman, and who else is it? Trippier and Nick Pope in goal, or whoever, even my target left back, whatever way you want to have it like that. Or if they had Tonali in the midfield without that suspension. It was not 3-0 to Newcastle. It was a lot more. You're looking at 5-6-0, honestly. We were so. Imagine if they had, not even Callum Wilson, Isaac as well. We got so lucky yesterday. We should be counting our blessings that we only lost by 3-0. But yeah, like I said, the midfield, it was too open. Casemiro, for me, hasn't got the legs. He's not the player that we seen last season. He's not the player we seen at Real Madrid. And he's not the player you even see at Brazil. So it's a bit worrying when you spend so much on a player and they have a one season wonder. Listen, I've seen it all. I'm 19 years of age. I've been doing this stuff for nearly 2 years. I've seen it all. And as I said, I'm not doing this long enough. I feel like I'm doing it decades, but I'm not. A year or so. There's no leader. There's just Casemiro was captain yesterday. If Varane was fit, I still think that Varane would have been captain, but Varane was out sick. So hopefully he's back for Saturday's game against Fulham and Copenhagen and Luton. Then we have international break again, I think. It was too open, and I know it's not always going to go your way when you have one defensive midfielder and two attacking midfielders against a team who love to attack. That's fair enough. But it was too open. Hannibal got a yellow card. Then Casemiro got a yellow card. Mason Mount doesn't really play in the midfield. He's more of a free roam. Plays in the left wing, the right wing. He can be like a free roam player. Like you'd almost see Bruno do when he came on yesterday. He obviously wasn't a right winger, but if Anthony was further deep or further forward, Bruno would kind of just slot over there. Hannibal then would go forward or Mount into that Bruno Fernandes position. And then Amrabat, who came on, would stick him behind. And I'm glad we brought in Sofiane Amrabat because when he came on yesterday, I thought he done well. I wouldn't mind seeing a midfield on Saturday of Manu, Amrabat, and Bruno Fernandes. Or I wouldn't play McTominay. Even Amrabat, Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes would probably do. We just need a bit of chemistry and a bit of link up at that midfield. And Casemiro, Hannibal Mejbri, and Mason Mount don't have that link up. Again, it was a poor team selection from Ten Hag. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We don't know. Should he have played McTominay, or should have Bruno started and Amrabat? and even Ericsson or McTominay, whichever way you want to be. But yeah, it was just too open yesterday, and we can only get away with these performances against lower teams. Example, Burnley, Sheffield United, and we'll probably ride our luck against Luton Town next Saturday at Old Trafford. We have Copenhagen away. We don't do well away against teams who have the fans like Copenhagen do. They're going to be on top of them, regardless of the score. I can see that being another shite night. But yeah, for me, it was just too open. And Casemiro, for me, I don't think he'll be at Manchester United for long. Another year or two, I think he has left, and then he'll shoot off. I mean, hopefully, he has a bit of a niggle, and it's something that has to be looked at. Like, look at Lisandro Martinez, picked up a bit of a niggle against Arsenal, came off, then played, and then he went off, and then we out until Christmas or January. So, yeah. But let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. I just think that Manchester United are they're not the same anymore. But let us know what you think of the midfield. I just think it was broke down. It was too slow, and there wasn't much chemistry in the midfield. And it was too open as well. Casemiro was tight marking, and as soon as he got a booking, he wasn't doing much. Fairness to Hannibal Mejbri, okay, he was lucky to be on the pitch for as long as he was, but he was still putting a bit of an effort in. Talking point number 2 is team looks absolutely screwball. It looks done. The team looks done. The players look lost. Ten Hag looks lost. The fans don't know what the story is. No one knows what the story is. It's honestly ridiculous. When you look at it, because we're still in the early stages of the season. By the way, just to throw that in there, it's November. The season started in October. 2 or 3 months ago. We should be only like Manchester City. Look at them. They have a slow start to the season, but they still grind out victories against such teams. Now again, Newcastle again might have been just like the Man City team. The Man City game, they were just better than Sunday night. We were shy. Let's be fucking honest. Too open defensively as well on the midfield. But no, we look done. No one knows. No one looks like they want to play. They look like they just want to. They look flat. They look heavy. So whatever way you want to have it at. We used to have last season. We used to be a great counter-attacking team. We almost scored a goal a game. Every game we went in and we knew, even if we thought we were going to lose, right, we'll get a goal. We haven't seen that. And hopefully Ten Hag can turn it around. I expect them to have the meeting, to call the players in this morning and say, yeah, listen here. No days off. You're not getting any days off until I see a good performance and a good win. When I say I don't want to see a one good half performance and then you go flat, or a good first half performance and you play well in the second. I want you to play well from minute 1 to minute 90. I'll be looking in the players' eyes saying, right, who really wants it? 11v11, get out on the pitch, go on. 11v11. If fucking Stevie Wonder plays better than you, he's starting. I want to see a bit of passion. If Boy in there plays better than Andre Onana, he's starting. If Tom Heaton plays better than the both of them, he's starting. Like Ten Hag said, the players pick the team itself or something like that. The team picks itself. Oh, so we're going to play... how do I say it? We're going to play Marcus Rashford instead of Garnacho, who wants to play. He wants to prove to the Manchester United fan base and his teammates and manager that he can do it and he wants to. I kid you not. Hannibal showed a bit of effort yesterday. Garnacho wasn't his greatest game, but still, fair enough. That was all. That was the only two young players who played for us yesterday. I think. Yeah, could be wrong. Yeah, I'm right. I think. You know, we need to have these players that want to play. Don't be playing this. You don't listen here, right? You don't buy a car. You don't go and buy a car, and the car that it's in brilliant form. It looks as fresh as a daisy. You don't look at that car and say, "Well, I had this car last year, and it was brilliant. I got a lot out of it. I got a tune out of it. I'll take it again. See what I can do." But you don't go for the car that will never play bad. That will always show a bit of well in. So yeah, that's just how I see it. But yeah, the style of play. Yeah, I mean, again, that brings me on to the next talking point. But the players look done. It looks like it's just one of those given hope kind of games. Talking point number 3, I think. No style of play. And that kind of brings you on to team looks done, doesn't it? There's no style of play. It's like we just put out a team and we just say, right, try and win. Try and win. Ten Hag looks like he's ran out of ideas. He looks like he doesn't know what the story is. And again, these players know how to get that. These players know how to get their manager sacked. They've done it consecutive amount of times. Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer, possibly Ten Hag. And I never thought I'd have the conversation of saying there's a chance Ten Hag could be getting sacked. Fucking hell. But there's no style of play, like back to the Newcastle game. But we looked very. If you look at Newcastle, pass the ball around, get their full back come forward. They have a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. You get stuck in, bit of gegenpressing. A bit of passing the ball around, very comfortable. Saying 1 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 goal. They look very organised. Where you look at Manchester United, we don't look organised. We don't look comfortable on the ball. We have no style of play. We can't control the ball. We have nothing. Nothing. What Manchester United do is, when they get the ball and teams press them, they kick the ball long, get rid of it. They keep whipping the ball into the box where no one gets to it. They shoot from outside of the box when there's loads of players forward. We are short at set pieces. We don't press teams down. We're not aggressive enough. And yeah, that's pretty much how it is. That's pretty much how it is. And, we have no style of play. There's no passing the ball, you know what I mean, in behind. There's none of that. There's just play the match and just see what happens. Let's try and use a bit of pace to beat these teams. These teams know how to beat Manchester United. From all the teams in the Premier League, they know exactly how to beat Manchester United. All right, you could say some haven't kind of been successful, but they know how to beat Manchester United. I could get 11 random kids, put them out on a field up against Manchester United. Me as the manager, I bet you I'd beat Manchester United. Because they're not easy. Just annoy Manchester United and get into their faces. They hate that. And it's just no style of play, no nothing. And, we're switching systems, we're switching formations, we're switching players around and dropping players, starting these kind of players. And nothing is working. Not a single thing is working. But again, this brings me on to talking point number 4 or 5. Obviously, the last one was kind of not really a talking point, it's a bit of a question, a bit of a chat. We have no passion. No passion. I mean, I wanted to go back to the game against City on Sunday, which I know it shouldn't be because it's 5 talking points for the game against Newcastle. We, with Man City were 3-0 up, 5 minutes remaining, and Pep Guardiola was shouting to his players like they were losing and they were pushing. And they were pushing on to get a win. Pushing on to try and get a bit of a win. We don't get stuck in. The only player who had a bit of passion, a bit of fight in him yesterday was Hannibal. No one else. Wan-Bissaka. You know, some could throw even Amrabat in there, but I throw Hannibal in there most importantly. We don't look. There's no passion. There's no fight. No leadership. No quality. And I know some would say, well, Dean, passion doesn't really win you the game. Fight doesn't do anything. Get you a long way. Look at Newcastle. You have a bit of passion in there, a bit of style of play. You're in. Last season, we might have had such a style of play. We still had some sort of style of play. Better style of play than this season. And we had a bit of passion and there was a bit of fight. We don't have that this season. And we didn't. Again, against Newcastle yesterday, there was nothing on that pitch. We looked flat. We looked so bad. It's like we got 11 football fans on the pitch. They were that shy. But yeah, ridiculous. Now, the last talking point, it's not really a talking point, it's a question from me to you, to me. Is it the end game for Ten Hag? Listen. Sacking Ten Hag is not going to solve no problem. No problems whatsoever. Getting rid of the board will. Such as Glazers, not Ratcliffe, he hasn't even came in yet. Morta and Richard Arnold. Okay? That's it. You get a sporting director and director of football. Bring all the top dogs in. If Ratcliffe is saying, you know what, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is what we wanted the Glazers. This is what we want the full sale to get the Glazers gone. We will not be successful as long as the Glazers are around or in the background somewhere. If Ratcliffe comes in, the Glazers are still going to have to say in a few bits as well. And they're still going to get that fair share of dough. But I don't think Ten Hag is on very, very thin ice. I like Ten Hag. I back Ten Hag. I still back Ten Hag. Like I said, we could lose 10-0 against Fulham on the weekend and I'd still back him because sacking him was not the problem. Yeah, I know I said we have no style of play, but you're not going to have a style of play with these players as well. Again, someone says it's not just the owners, it's the players as well. Agreed. These players know how to throw a manager under the bus alongside their owners. It's like they kind of turn around to it's like the Glazers turn around to the players and say, listen, we couldn't pay you. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be getting £1 million a week, £1 million a week. Try and get 10 exactly. Just to take the pressure off us, if you don't want. Thanks. You'll all get a pay rise if you get sacked. And you can play shy for the rest of your lives as long as you want it. But it feels like the end game because you've been here before. We've been here before. Obviously, more to back some still as I've seen, but the media doesn't like Ten Hag. The English media hates Ten Hag. They would love to get Ten Hag sacked. I could sit here and give you a lot of names, but I'm not. Because one or two have been on this channel before, and yeah, he probably will never make an appearance again, to be honest. Not because I don't want them. But it feels like an end game for him, and I hope he doesn't get sacked, but it'll probably be the only Manchester United manager who will not want to get sacked, but I feel like he will. But I don't think he'll be any time soon. I just don't think he'll be any time soon. But then people say, I want Ten Hag out. Who are you going to bring in? If you get rid of Ten Hag, who are you going to bring in? Explain that one to me, please. But listen, Let us know what you think of Ten Hag. Let us know what you thought of the 5 talking points. Bit of a longer video than usual. I wasn't actually planning on it being this long. But yeah, this has been the 5 talking points for Manchester United versus Newcastle United game. I'm fairly tired if you haven't already. Imagine the eyes. I'm so tired. But until then, thanks everybody for watching. Let us know what you thought of the game. Let us know what you think of Ten Hag. I don't think we should sack him. But again, speak to you all in the next one.